From San Francisco, California, this is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is the last day of this wonderful 5-day tour. I'm in the dressing room at a place called Club Garibaldi in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Geography's not my forte, as they say. I'm here with Paul and Jamy from the great band The Stains.
Strains.
What did I just say?
Stain.
Fucking idiot. Band names aren't my forte either. It has been a lot of fun, you guys. And I said this morning, the best thing about being out on tour is the lasting friendships that you meet. And I feel like, I mean, you guys can contradict me if you want, but I feel like we made lasting friends on this 5-day run here.
We
Manitoba
most certainly
boys.
did, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You guys are cuddly, warm folk.
You guys were so generous. You loaned us your van, your gear, and you booked the tour for us.
Yes, sir.
And the judge is paying you, what, $2,000 a show, probably?
At least.
No. I don't talk about finances or religion
Yeah.
or politics,
Right, yeah.
but
Because everybody will be expecting you to, if a plumber hears you talking about it, then he's going to overcharge you when you get your toilet unplugged.
yeah. I mean, let's put it this way. It was mutually beneficial.
It's been a blast. I wish we were going another 6 months.
I could keep going.
Absolutely.
And like 5 days in, we finally got the system down. And
Yeah, man.
by the way, your van's on empty. No, we'll put some gas in it before we give it back.
Perfect.
To you.
I'll shake the judge down. I'm bigger than him.
We'll gas it up. So how has it been for you guys?
It's been great. You know, it's the same thing as far as the friendships go. You know, like I met Frank about 20 years ago, and reconnecting, the world just gets smaller and smaller every
Frank
time
Meyer
you meet a
from
new band.
Manitoba
Frank
boys.
Meyer from Manitoba crew. It's the same thing. Paul and I met this very same way. 30 years ago on a tour, and here
What
we
tour?
are.
Wanda Chrome.
Weirdly enough, the
Oh, the
opener
band that's
tonight.
opening up, huh?
Yeah, I was playing drums for them in Europe on their first tour, and we got there, and Paul was playing with Sonny Vincent at the time, and he was kind of our road guy.
What's Sonny Vincent play? Is he a guitar player or the singer? Or
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And you played guitar for Sonny Vincent?
Yeah.
You played, and for people who want to hear famous people, Paul played with Bob Stinson from The Replacements, all of the guys in Husker Du except Bob Mould.
Correct. Often, like I went on tour with Greg Norton. I did jam with Grant Hart, but he was weird.
Did he try to suck your dick?
No, it was implied, but you know, as a young man, I was kind of attractive. So.
Still a good-looking guy for your friend, guy of 71.
Right?
Doesn't look a day over 56.
Ain't a day over 56, baby.
So, Paul, you play in a band with she's your wife or girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Your girlfriend and
Her son.
And her son.
And Jamie's
And your
like my
girlfriend's a
brother
good
from
guitar
another
player.
mother.
Brother from another mother, and I got to play the role of Rudy and drive the fucking flower power painted bus in this Partridge Family get down, you know?
You look like your typical rock and roll star. You great on
Typical.
stage.
Wow.
You're kind of typical.
Perfect.
No, you look really
I
cool
got
on
the stock
stage.
hairdo and the fucking shoes
But you
from
rock
the
out
rock
on
shop,
stage.
and I said, I'm
you got
in.
the moves down and the
Oh, that's
vocals and
awful
the
sweet.
stage presence, and so does Paul. And well, I would say that about Craig, but
We,
Fuck you, Butler.
yeah, you know, we came up through the punk rock school of, you know, get some gear, get some guys, write some songs, get in a fucking van, and repeat as necessary.
this morning I did a show from the hotel room on No Sleep, but I played the cover from Jim Wren's 7-inch.
Oh, checking out.
That's a great tune.
Torpedoes, yep.
Yeah, Torpedoes were a great band. Like, not very well known outside of the Detroit area.
He does all the covers of the 7-inches. He does are all Detroit bands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a Zero Boys Alice Cooper tune a long time ago when that came out.
Oh, right on. Yeah, hey, Jim is a machine, man. He's been a music supporter and, you know, label I-94 Records for a million years. I played in Detroit in the Cass Corridor with him on a release I-94 Records like 4 bands ago for me, a band called the Mystery Addicts back then. And Jim's been hard at it the whole time. I mean, you got to love what he's doing.
He sends me a burnt CD mixtape every month. He's been doing that for like 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
Not 20, but probably 10 or 15 years. Still get it every month in the mail. And he writes out what's on the playlist and why he did this playlist. He's a cool. I've never met him in person, but he's been a friend of the show for like 15 years.
He's relentless and a total music whore.
He's a
Loves it.
hardcore rock geek.
Loves it. Yep.
So that song's great. What's the A side of that song?
The A side is "Running the Lines." That's one of my original pen songs. We generally don't do covers, but "Checking Out" was a great song, and late in Robert Gillespie's life, that was a guitar player from the Torpedoes. I befriended him, and I always loved that song, so I thought it was only fitting to cover it and pay homage to him and the great
the spirit of that band, which was cool. It was like 2 years maybe. That band lasted about 2 years.
It was a very short-lived band. It was he was in the new MC5 with Rob Tyner, and the Torpedoes came along, and he quit the new MC5. Him and Ralph Serafino and Donald Gillespie, who's Rob's brother, formed the Torpedoes. It would have been 78-ish, yep. 77. And it was very short-lived, but they had a very interesting output in that brief nanosecond they were together. And Robert went on to play with Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, I believe.
Do you know Jimmy McCarty from the Rockets and Mitch Ryder?
Yeah, I know. I've met Jimmy before. I've shared stage with Jim before on some benefit shows. He still plays around Detroit a lot. Every weekend he's doing his jams.
I probably saw the Rockets play like 10 times in this. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and they opened for everybody.
Yeah,
I love that band. Desire is great too. That singer died. He was hanging drywall when he was in his later days.
Yeah,
Dave somebody.
The Rockets did get back together briefly. And,
without that Dave guy.
Because he was gone. My friend Jim Edwards was singing with them, and Greasy Carlisi was playing guitar. Rob Gillespie was playing guitar. Then there was a couple lineup changes. It was that Johnny B was on drums. Johnny B, you still see him out all the time. He's still a man about town. The original drummer from the Rockets, and Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels.
Jimmy McCarty is the reason Ted Nugent plays at Gibson Birdland. At least that's what Ted says.
Yeah, well,
he's a big Ted Nugent. His favorite guitar player is Jimmy McCarty.
Yeah, I would hope that Ted Nugent is no one's favorite guitar player. But
he's certainly not Joan Jett.
He's not Joan Jett.
Because he talked about Joan Jett was listed in Rolling Stone's top 100 guitar players, and he wasn't.
He took slight offense to that for some reason.
Well, he is whatever you think about Ted's politics, he's a pretty fucking good guitar player.
He's a great guitar player, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
So where are you guys heading out after today? You're all going back? You all in Detroit?
No, actually 3 of us live in Dayton. Paul's here in Detroit. We have a drummer in Amsterdam, and we have Al, our drummer here in the States, who lives way up Charlevoix in the very.
He's originally from Ann Arbor area. His uncle was Rob King, who was in Destroy All Monsters, if you remember that band.
Yeah.
Detroit, man, these people, it's wild. I mean, as evidence of, when Wes was out at that small show, it's like, that's the thing that's different between Detroit.
Was there. We geeked out.
Yeah, and they're still around, you know what I mean? That's the cool thing about this,
still alive.
About Detroit, not this city, we're in fucking Milwaukee, but those guys, all the old guard, if they're still alive, they're still active or out or coming to see bands or doing whatever.
That's good.
It's wild. It's a new twist for me in my history of seeing the old guard still around and still kind of giving a shit.
Yeah. Well, boys, it has been a fun 5-day tour. I hope we can meet again and do it again real soon.
I think
before we die.
I think we will.
If you ever come out to San Francisco, look me up. I got an Airbnb. I'll block it out for you guys.
Perfect.
All right, so we're gonna play before we get out of here. My favorite song of the set, "Blinded."
Ooh, yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's
I
a
like
good
it
one.
too.
You wrote that, Paul?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for coming on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Thank you for doing this tour with us. If we couldn't have done it without you guys, that's for damn sure.
Thank you.
What do you think of Richard?
He's awesome.
You can be honest.
I am honest. I love him. I love the dictator so much.
I love the guy. He's a pain in the ass, though.
I love the dictator so much that he kind of can do no wrong for me. So
It's been a great trip, man. Appreciate
It's
your
been
help.
fun. Paul and Jamy from the great band The Strains. I'll see you tonight on stage, friends.
thank you, brother.
Want to say anything? Where can we find The Strains? With the plugs.
All the socials.
How can we find you guys?
Yeah, all the socials.
Yeah, we're on.
Find me on the socials, man.
Yeah, find me
all
on
of
the socials. You could go to thestrainsdetroit.com and it points to all of our socials. Insta. I even got a TikTok, but it's mostly me just hanging around bitching about museums in Amsterdam or something.
Shit you're really going to want to tune into.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
Facebook's pretty active, Instagram's active, Bandcamp.
All the
I go
stuff.
on TikTok and I find uses for WD-40.
Yeah. Turns out there are several.
Yeah.
What I found out is WD-40 did not fix that van door.
Yeah. Oh, is that what they put on it?
Motherfucker.
Probably.
No wonder the fucking thing doesn't close.
So you broke the door.
No, it's working now. It's working right now.
Fair enough.
$400.
Fair enough.
Paul
For
and
the
Jamie
sport of
from the
WD-40.
Strains. It
Thank
has
you,
been
brother.
great meeting you guys, and hope we see you again soon. All right, I'm closing out, friends, with a song called "Blinded." What's this on? Is this on the new CD that's coming out?
It's going to be on
LP.
a new
Yep.
new LP, which will probably also be on CD. It's not released yet. You're going to be the first people to hear this.
Does I-94 just do 7 inches?
They
They're not putting the new record out.
might. Hey Jim, you going to put the new record out?
Otherwise, you got to do it yourself.
No, we've
We've got a couple irons in the fire here. We have some
one,
interest.
one,
It's better to do it
one not
yourself.
here, one over in Europe.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
where it's
find
being
somebody to
mixed,
do it in
so-
Europe, and then you put it out here yourself.
I mean, the last one I put out myself and did quite well.
Yeah, you keep all the money.
Yeah.
All right, Strains. Thank you, friends, for listening, and thank you for joining us on this tour. I'll probably give a tour wrap up maybe tomorrow from the airport. We're on no sleep because we didn't get in until 4 a.m. as I told you earlier today. So we're gonna do the sound check and go back and lay down for a little while. We got to gas up the Strains van before we turn it over to them, and then we're gonna Uber back to the airport. I'll talk to you soon. It's a value for value, friends. If you get any value out of this, please contribute what you can. Here is the Strains.
Drowning a sea of sadness. It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.